Ooby-doo, it's everyone's favorite boomer and vintage lens enthusiast, and today we're going to check out the Canon Zoom lens FD 35 to 105 millimeter 1 to 3.5. This is a new type FD mount where it doesn't have the silver ring, where you got to twist the whole barrel over. It's on the Photodiox Pro FD to Nikon Z. This thing opens and shuts the aperture. So, let's see, can we see down here? Let's see if we could see something in there. Oh, I can see something happening, but it's hard to see. Let's take it off. Yeah, let's take it off. Put it on install, twist it. Well, I can't demonstrate it, but so the red dot goes to the red dot. Line it up, and then this moves over. It has 105 to 35. When you're in 35, you could go to macro and get close. It has a really good image scale on a crop sensor, that's for sure. Nominally, it only focuses down to slightly less than 1.5 meters. Oh my God, that's insane. So it's a hefty lens. It's rather big. It has excellent quality as far as I'm concerned. Excellent quality. It's on the Nikon Z6. This is a full frame 24 megapixel mirrorless camera. Takes outstanding pictures. This is an excellent match. Excellent match. This lens is easy to focus, even at f11. I would recommend using. I used f11 at the car show that I went to. That's demonstrated in a slideshow. But 16 and 22 would probably be better for depth of field. As you can definitely use it at f8, 5.6, and even 3.5. Of course, 5.6 is better, and f11 is even better. 16 and 22 give you more depth of field, but you get diffraction effects. Now, this lens doesn't have any backlash in the focusing. Nope, none at all. That's cool. So it's easy. If you think you go past the focus a little bit, you just go back a little bit and there you are. The other ones, you have backlash, you go boop, then you got a little bit of play, and then you can go back, and that's annoying. So in that respect, it's better than most lenses I've seen, and it was a little pricey. In excellent condition, this was somewhat more than $100, without a doubt. And what can I say about the Nikon Z? It's got all buttons on it for people who are old school and like buttons like me. The screen is articulate to a certain amount, which is silly, but it does articulate. I was in program mode. Was I? No, what was I in? If you go into A mode, let's see. I'm at f22, which says 1/50th of a second. So let's go up to f8. Oh, see that? It changes. Oh, it has a hair trigger release. So if you go into A mode, the camera will pick the shutter speed for you, which is nice. Even though it's not hooked up to anything, it's not hooked up to anything. I shut the built-in image stabilization off because there's no happy medium between 35 and 105. I just use a fast shutter speed to get rid of any boomer jiggles I might have. So it's a great camera, and it has a dedicated movie mode. You gotta flip the switch, then you go into movie mode. And believe it or not, no, that's the C50. I guess sometimes I get these cameras mixed up. So this is a really, really nice camera. It takes excellent pictures, very clean pictures. You can adjust the parameters, and with a lens like this, you're going to get great results. And of course, it could be, if you just want to get a vintage lens, this is a nice vintage lens to get on a full frame mirrorless camera. Because 35mm is really wide angle, and 105 is a little bit of a telephoto. That's a 3x zoom. It's got two, and it has this macro mode. I don't know if the macro mode's that great. Let's do this. Let's see if I could macro mode on something here. How about a lens cap? You can get about that close, but only at 35mm. So is it really macro? I don't know. It's better than 1.5 feet, 1.5 meters, that's for sure. And that's the only downside to this lens, is 1.5 meters. The build quality is excellent, heavy duty. Now, Canon went cheap and they only have paint, they don't engrave anything. Oh, they engraved this, 35 to 105, why did they do that? Nothing is engraved. Where's the serial number? Oh, the serial number is engraved. Okay. So all I could say is this is a fine lens. It's as good as any modern lens, except that it's not automatic, right? You gotta manually do everything. Now, how your camera will react with a dumb adapter is totally, your mileage may vary. So I could recommend this lens. It's a nice lens. It does suffer from flare. It has like it would have 5 blades, so it has pentagon-shaped flare balls. At a certain angle, you just get flare. Now, you could use that to your artistic advantage, and depending on the angle, you can make it sort of delicate and transparent, or like harsh and almost blocking everything in back of it. But other than that, and it does make stars on specular reflections, like of lights or bumpers. When you stop down, you're going to get the 10-pointed stars, I guess. So here's that to take considerate. But you could use that artistically too. Aside from that, it's a great lens, takes great pictures, has high resolution. It has some perspective of distortion. I didn't notice any weird distortion, so it's got that going for it. So why don't we just jump right into the pictures and check them out. Care 1 is an old folks home in Wayne, New Jersey, and this is their first car show there in their parking lot. They had limited space for spectators though, but it was really jam-packed. I mean, the cars were all packed in there. Some I didn't see, some I have already seen, and it was a really nice day, except it was really hot. And so I decided to try out this Canon FD 35 to 105 and put it through its paces with these cars. And it did a really excellent job. It was easy to focus. I stopped down at f11. I was using ISO 400, and the shutter speeds varied depending on the phase angle of the sun and the subject too. Now, if you see a picture you like, you can always hit pause and study it if you want to. And conversely, if you have ADD, you can always hit fast forward and zip through it as fast as you can. So even these old cars had slight defects in them, if you look at them. I wonder if judges notice these things like I noticed, like there's a dent in this guy's chrome stripping, or there's some rust pinholes. But a lot of cars were immaculate. All the chrome was like perfectly polished and gleaming in the sun. And if you look close, the reflections, the cars are so polished, there was reflections all over. And then the different paint jobs and the detailing was just amazing. Some people had the convertibles, they had the top down. This is some deep dark cherry flake and you can see it there. And that's a reflection of the mirror in the paint. I mean, the Z6 has excellent dynamic range. You know, it doesn't just black out the whites or completely obliterate the darks. It has a wide range. And when you get a good lens, you get really good results with it. And there's reflections everywhere. I love these reflections in the window and on the paint. So you can get two pictures out of every picture. You know, a wide angle shot and then a close-up, a juxtaposition close-up. Well, some of these engines, man, they look like, wow. I only saw a couple pull in. Most of them were there when I got there. I know car shows always start earlier than what they say. So if they say 9 o'clock, I get there at 8 o'clock. If they say 10 o'clock, get there at 9 o'clock. And there's always cars there and everything's getting ready. Look at this guy's hood was a mirror and you can see everything in it. This orange coupe, this guy has it in all the shows. I seen this Roadster dragster before. So much chrome. I mean, this is all custom-made chrome stuff. People got bucks. More power to them. That's what I say. It's just amazing. And the sun was at the perfect angle. I was there. Look, what was I there? 9 o'clock. Yeah, it was still it's high up in the sky, but not way up high in the sky. And I was getting like really good lighting on everything. You can see some sun stars from the 5 diaphragm blades of this lens and the specular reflections. I've seen this guy's car a couple times, but I'm not tired of seeing it, you know. Look at these tires. I think this is the first time I've seen this car in particular. I had to do 3 on this guy. Just the reflections. You know, American flags, they do weird things when they're reflected off of bumpers. Sort of looks fractal, almost. There's a lot of self-portraits of me, but it was funhouse mirror portraits. Everyone was at the Hen and Hog. They were good. I bought one of their sandwiches. This guy was restoring this, and he was like 80% done, but he bought his car anyway. And he flips them. He restores cars, and then he sells them. I was talking to him about it. Of course, there's a lot of vets there. The vets all stick together. The stangs all sit together. How come this guy's his exhaust pipes didn't discolor like the other guys? Maybe it was different material. I love the reflection in the paint, how it makes all these weird patterns and everything. Check that out. That's really weird. I mean, it's just weird. And this is looking out the sort of where the front door of the Car 1 is. This is when we were saluting the flag. I snuck a picture. It was a nice show. It was free. Had a lot of excellent cars. It was a nice day. So of course I went and I would check this lens out, put it through its paces, clear, close, far away, tele, wide angle, various exposures, although it was locked at f11. You know, you could get one pretty reasonable, less than 200, less than 200 in excellent condition, and an acceptable one for around 150. I mean, a nice acceptable one. So my recommendation is go for it. You won't be disappointed.